Good morning and welcome to a week off in my life here in Tokyo. I'm off work for the Christmas/New Year break at the moment, so I hope you can enjoy a slow-paced week in my life with me. This morning I headed to Shibuya to meet some friends, but I got the date wrong, so I just went to my default store, which is Loft, and they had New Year lucky bags, cute New Year decor, and they even started selling spring Sakura cards. I am currently in Shibuya this morning. It is actually such a nice day and New Year's Eve, so it was pretty busy, I'm not gonna lie. When is it not busy in Yunior though? So as I said earlier, there was the lucky bags in Loft, so I grabbed a lucky bag, and there's a couple of things that I kind of don't want, and since I'm in the Shibuya area, I had been meaning to pop to Ushka's Pippin's Inn. So Ushka is from New Zealand, and she has a Airbnb that she runs, and she has like a little free library out the front. So I thought anything that I didn't want, I'll go and pop in there. So let's head there now. Alright, some stickers are going in, and when I was looking around I spotted this cute little package, and it says humorous fiction comedy, so I'm going to take that because I don't have any physical books in Japan. So alright, don't mind the train going behind me, but I found a cute little alleyway with a big reveal. Let's see what book I got. Train's almost done. Okay, it's done now. Let's see. Here comes another one. This is such a cool spot actually. I haven't really walked around an area like this before, but I must say it's in a very nice area. Alright. The 100-Year-Old Man. Alright. Looks like this is my next read. I was just opening the book, and I realised whoever stamped it put a Nikonikowan little free library stamp in there, so that's very cute. Thank you to whoever left this, and I'm looking forward to reading it. This is such a cozy little area. Every time I'm walking maybe like 5 meters and I want to pull out my camera and take a picture because it's just so cozy. I mean, look how cute this little area is here. Just off down to the supermarket. Actually, I just did all of the, like a bit of a reset morning, did all of the housework and things like that. So sorry, there's just a very cute bird. Hang on, let me show you the bird that's roaming. There he is. I've never seen a bird like that before. Okay, bye bye. Anyway, as I was saying, I just had a bit of a reset morning. I'm not going to lie, I didn't film anything yesterday. As you can possibly hear, I actually still have quite blocked up sinuses, and yesterday was the worst day for it. So yeah, did all the housework, did everything, shower, and now I'm just off down to the supermarket. So if you're from New Zealand, you probably recognise these bags. I've got my Trellis Cooper bags with me, and yeah, I thought I'd take you along with me because I always find it really interesting looking at supermarkets from different countries, so yeah. Okay, I guess we won't be going to the grocery store because it is in fact closed for New Year's. I didn't actually think about this, but there you go. Around the corner and the chemist is open, so at least I can get some bits. These ones for Dexter. I always grab this fabric softener because it smells so good and it makes my clothes smell incredible. Right, well I just got the basics, and I'll have to just see if we can find a supermarket that's open. That's one thing I didn't really account for when living in Japan, is that although Christmas isn't necessarily a big thing here. New Year's is, and everything closes, so at least I was able to get the basics from the chemist, or the, I don't know, it's kind of like a chemist hybrid really, that one. They have like half supermarket and half chemist, which is really handy for things like this. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to find a supermarket open at some stage. He's hooting. Cheese for dinner this evening. This onion, I actually cooked it. So usually, if I was making this in New Zealand, I would put it in the oven, but I don't have an oven here, so we just unfortunately have to live without it being browned on the top. But it's alright because it still tastes delicious. I will show you in just a minute. I need to add some cheese, so I will show you how this is looking. Oh yeah, that looks cheesy. Nice and cheesy. Let's look at the cheese ball. Yummy.
I'm so annoyed with them. That is too much. Well, we're in our massive view.
I can't believe I missed it, but it did snow. Like the tiniest amount. Very, very tiny amount. You can see on those cars over there. I can't believe I missed it. Okay, maybe there might be a chance of snow in Tokyo this year. First things first for us today is that this dog desperately needed to go for a walk because he has lots and lots of energy. Now he's found something to sniff. Back on the walking grind he is. The thing about Dexter is he loves sniffing every second pole and seeing what's happening. We're actually really lucky that the area that we live in, we have like Sumida close by, so you would have seen we took him down there yesterday, and we also have Ueno Park, like not close but close enough that we can walk him there. So we're really lucky that we have, well, we kind of picked the spot so that there was like nice areas to walk in, but even just generally there's nice areas to walk him around here as well. Something I do miss about New Zealand is that Dexter could go off lead, and so he could burn a lot of energy in like a short space of time, whereas in Tokyo, I mean, he can be on this long lead, which is fine, but he can't run around. I mean, he's a Jack Russell, so he loves to run around. When we first moved here, actually, we were lucky enough to be able to hire a car, and we drove to Hakone for a few days, and on the way to Hakone and back, actually, we took the coastal route. We enjoyed going to Kamakura Beach, and he could go off lead there for a little bit, which was really nice. Even though it was kind of busy in the main centre, we went into the not so busy area so that he could go off lead, and he really enjoyed that. But he has been off lead in a dog park one other time since we arrived here, but it just wasn't it was really tiny, and he couldn't really run around too much. So yeah, I think our goal at some stage, maybe in the next couple of years, yeah, as I was saying, it's really hard to get a car in Tokyo because, well, A, you have to have parking space, and B, I believe you have to get the police to come and actually check to make sure your parking space is like eligible kind of thing. So yeah, it's pretty difficult to have a car here, but I think in the next couple of years it would be nice to make that possible, because then we could take him to places a little more outside of Tokyo and he could go off lead. I think he'd really enjoy that. One of the things that I think is most underrated about living in Japan is that you can get hot drinks out of the vending machines. So I'm going to grab a lemon tea, but this one has like hojicha. You can also get soups if you want to, yuzu drinks, I mean, you know, coffees and all of the usual cold drinks as well. But when I'm on a walk with Dexter, I often like to get a tea, so then I can have like a cup of tea while I walk. And this one has proven to be one of my absolute favourites recently. For my next task of the day, I have these letters that I wrote and made pretty. Well, they're actually cards to send back to a few people in New Zealand. So I'm going to head down to the post office because I need to get some stamps. Supposedly the post office is open, so we'll go and see. I got the letters sent off to New Zealand and I stopped off at Asakusa to have a bit of a mosey around since it was such a nice day. I ended up finding a snuffle mat for Dexter and a sling for him to go on when we walk him through busy areas from 3 Coins. Usually myself or my fiance has to carry him, so he's like a bit safer when it's really busy. So hopefully this sling will mean he can go to more places a little more safely. Today we're on our way somewhere very exciting. We even saw Fuji-san on the way, so it was obviously going to be a good day. I'm sure you can kind of guess where we're going by now, but yes, we are at Disney Sea today, and there's little New Girando on the world globe. We walked around the new Fantasy Springs area that opened last year. It was mainly Frozen, Peter Pan and Rapunzel themed, but the detail that went into the rock statues and the overall theming of this area of the park was absolutely incredible, and I highly recommend coming to Disney Sea just purely for the insane theming that they have throughout the park. We also finally got to go on the soaring ride, and I'm very much not surprised now as to why it always has like a 240-minute wait time, because the imagination behind that ride is next level. Whoa. You never know what move it's going to make next. Is it going to go back? Is it going to go forward? Is it going to spin you around and chuck you off?